It's Madden NFL 23. And we'll see Chris Godwin. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Buccaneers and the Bears, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 23.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, this is a matchup, folks. Well, they're excited about this one, and for good reason. We got two offenses that are operating at extremely high levels.
No question about it, Brandon. This is not a matchup that you get that often. We're going to see the number one and number two offenses in the entire NFL on the same field. I'd hate to be one of these defensive coordinators. We know that more than likely they've had a few sleepless nights getting ready for this one, and we're definitely going to see some points put up on the board.
Ready to get us started here, Riley Patterson. And off we go from Tampa. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much. But I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number one, including himself.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw here. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They're going to look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the gun, he'll hand this off. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes two to tango. They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And his kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now it's Fields. And this one complete to Smith. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first down, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Fields. Dancing to his left. His pass complete to Ruckert. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Well, for almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. And you can see, as many of you already know, they have clinched the NFC South. But as it stands, Charles, they would still need to host a game on Wild Card Weekend.
And that's a good thing for them, because coming out of your division, getting to the playoffs with an opportunity to host to start the playoffs, that's a pretty good way to get things going. Whoever came out of this division, we knew that they were going to be playoff ready, and this team certainly is.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Bears take over. Well, first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to... And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
It's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on there. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. Hands it off out of the gun. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Fields. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he will have the Bears' first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it. And occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. To throw on 2nd and 6. Fields complete. Smith has it. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on third down.
Out of the gun, Fields.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Patterson's kick is good.
And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
That's caught by Marquez Callaway.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 6-3 is our score after one. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw.
That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Bears will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody will press it a little bit. This might be the case.
They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Fields now to throw. Connection made to Record.
And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
So out come the Bucs now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right, throw it out the way.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
He'll take it inside the 25.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Here's Fields. That's caught left side, Ruckert with it. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Fields
to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Touchdown! Jeremy Ruckert, his second touchdown on the season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Patterson now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A drive that time of 6 plays. And all of that was capped off by a Jeremy Ruckert touchdown catch. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now back to throw. That's complete. It's Daz Newsome. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. He'll drop to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here's Jake Camarda now. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Fields. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, Fields. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Throwing on third down, Fields.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Now Fields. Outright, he's got Rucker. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. From the gun on third down, Fields.
Side here, complete. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. They'll try and run for it. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Complete to Newsome. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it second down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
This offense so far on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 24.
Now it's Fields.
Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Chicago! A great effort there. 76 yards.
And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this first half. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll be out right at the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Back to throw again. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. They'll look to throw again.
That pass taken in by Newsome. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's a 2nd and 7. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He said, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as head coach? I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll begin in the Motor City in NFC North battle. Detroit hosting Minnesota. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Desmond Ridder throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting New York Giants. J.K. Dobbins leading the way on the ground there. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 22. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on second down.
Fields.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Fields now to throw.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And the Buccaneer defense for the 2nd straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense, because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Fields.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A huge play there for Chicago. 64 yards.
But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
Here's Fields.
This is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Jeremy Ruckert.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
And the lead is now 24. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And all of that was capped off by a Jeremy Ruckert touchdown catch. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
Well, here we sit, week 17, just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin. I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
2nd and 11. And a catch right side by Evans. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw.
He's got room past the 30.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw here. And now here is another interception. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Back now comes Tampa Bay. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down. He completes it to Evans. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and they will remain well behind.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his 3rd touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yep.
So right now, instead of warp speed, it's
snail's pace.
Snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants. Feels like he has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. To throw is Fields. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, You might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Open man is Newsome. He's got it.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Bears' 13-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Bears now ready to take over again. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
88 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the ball 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 4. Now they try the right side here. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's a give up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Play action. It's Fields.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Second and 13.
Throwing middle, and it's complete.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bucs try it on fourth down, but come up empty. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On second and 7, Fields.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the fourth down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
The Bucs ready to take over once again. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Intercepted by the Bears.
I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Onto the field now come the Bears.
And they can run the score up even further as they begin this drive with a 1st and goal and that huge lead.
They'll try and run for it on foot. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. This is taken at the 23. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear 1st down.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the 1st. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 1 yard gain.
Hands it off out of the gun. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Fields. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 5.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
117 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Chicago,
a win here in Week 18 means they'll finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-5.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay,
the loss means they'll finish at 11-6 overall.
And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round.